Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Who's Next. And welcome back to Who's Next with your host, Naeem Muhammad, and of course, my host to the left,
Abdul-Malik Ahmed.
to my right,
I'm not your host. I'm just like your sidekick on the right side.
get an elbow.
El Yameen. But yeah, Joshua Slam here with you. Let's go.
All right, excellent, excellent. As you guys know, if you've been tuning in throughout the weeks, we've been scouring the country to find the next rapper, writer, reciter, singer, songwriter, whatever you can think that you'll be celebrating in your community to find out who's going to be that next artist. And as always, every week, I like to check in with these two guys. One thing I'm going to tell you I did this week, I brought my brother Ali
for real?
sweatshirt that I recently got for his album release, and it's an amazing album, to be honest. If when I think about it,
When did it come out?
it came out about like 2 weeks ago. It came out about 2 weeks ago now, and I've been playing it back to back, and it just makes me think about these other artists that have these type of followings and building up a following, and wondering how these young people who are starting out today, what are some of the things that they could be doing? What are some of the things you think that young people who are going to go into this field should be doing to get better, to build up their following and all that kind of stuff?
Well, I mean, when you mentioned Brother Ali, I mean, I'm just thinking that one song that he talked about hearts and stuff like that. And one of the things I feel like
That's a good one.
that was it was really good. And one of the things that I feel that he is doing is he spoke to me as a Muslim, but he also he was speaking to everybody, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's something that it's something that it takes talent to do, but if you can do it right, it's something that really
The kind of universal appeal.
But no, he spoke to me as a Muslim.
Okay.
I don't know, like some of the things he was talking about, you know, praying and certain things that he was talking about spoke to me specifically as Muslim. But I know that he didn't use any specific terms. So I don't know. Maybe that's just Brother Ali. Maybe because I know he's Muslim.
Yeah. Plus, I would say the majority of his fans aren't a Muslim audience.
Right,
He's
right.
He's a
But then he had Brother Omar. Well, this is Sheikh.
Sheikh.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe that I'm not remembering his name.
I mean, he had definitely people from the community in that record. But what do you think about, Josh? What do you think about when you're building that audience and having that universal appeal? Is that something that people should go for? Should they be looking for? Okay, I'm going to just tackle this audience, or what would you say for someone who's starting out to kind of build that?
Get out while you can. Get out while you can. No. It's a balance that I don't even know if we found it, and a lot of artists struggle with it. And even, you know, we've seen movies about famous artists who struggled with it. That balance between, you know, the artist and the business person. Sometimes it's one and the same, where the artist is saying, I just want to be me. This is who I am. This is what I want to write about. This is coming from my heart. And then the business person, but it's not paying the bills. I have to, you know, people aren't listening. Maybe I should write something else. What do the people want to hear? You know, and so you're always like kind of balancing between those two. If you can afford to just do it for the, you know, sake of art, you know, do it. I know Sammy Yusuf always used to be about that, you know, art for the sake of art. But then there's another business side. It's like, hey, what do the people want to hear? And I know Abdul-Malik does that a lot. You know, it's like, okay, I got to write something about something that's happening right now. You know,
in a way that's current. Yeah, I would say, I mean, do your best to try to nurture your audiences if you're first starting out, whether it's in your town, your neighborhood, or that small YouTube following or Facebook following that you have, and grow that. And inshallah, over time, they'll grow with you. Speaking of growth, we need to go ahead and get into this next artist. Like I said, I'm really excited to get into. We have another spoken word artist.
Okay.
Sister Ola Chaic. It doesn't say where she's from, but she says in her piece that she wrote to us, she says, her spoken word piece is called Hope. And for the past 2 weeks, I have been feeling a bit under the weather. So the presentation is not all that it should be. But thank you. One thing, I'm gonna tell you, I'll come back to that afterwards, but never.
No, say it.
no,
Say it now.
Don't look. Do your thing. Don't put any Don't preface it.
Yeah.
People don't know all that stuff. Just do your thing. Whether you're on stage, 1 million people, 10 people.
I just wrote this yesterday, so I'm probably gonna make a lot of mistakes. And
Just do
No,
your
just
thing.
do it.
Just
Just
go.
do your
Just
thing.
go.
Never. Just do your thing. So let's hear Ola doing her thing. Spoken word. Hope.
Hope is the thing with wings. At least that's what they say. So I started at an early age wondering if hope ever flew away. That hurt me like so. How was I supposed to know that that wasn't hope's game? When I grew older, I finally knew that hope only flies when it wants to follow you. When I realized that this was hope's game, that it would follow me everywhere. So every situation that I thought seemed hopeless is now less in despair. So I searched and searched for a way to keep all that hopelessness and despair beyond my layer of disparities. So right now I thank God today that this air that I'm breathing is filled with hope, and that I know I ain't a dope. I know I ain't filled with despair, because I know God won't leave me there. Because I know God will keep me up flying on the never-dying wings of hope. And that to me is enough to keep my head filled with hope and love. And nothing ain't gonna break my spirit full of hope. So now I know when God sends a crow, it's a test to see if you're full of hope, if I can push through. Because I know if God chose you, you'd be filled with hope. Hope is enough to mend a broken mind and a soul. So don't you ever let go or ever give up on that piece of hope. However small they may seem, a thread or a beam, we all know, or rather, at least I know, that never ever say no to hope. Because I know that hope will always be there, and always will, because God ain't gonna leave you dangling, even if you think He should. God's always filled with love and hope is always filled with love and God. Hope and God never leave each other, because if they did, you might as well be gone, disappear, because God never forsakes His servants, no matter how far or near. He always hugs you close, no matter how far you have strayed from the path He has laid. And that's how you know that both God is filled with hope and hope is filled with God. Ain't nobody gonna change that, not you nor me, 'cause by the end of this, I think you'll see that God has infinite mercy and sends down infinite hope. So never ever think that you're a dope who mopes, because in the end, you'll never be able to cope with the love and hope that God sends down to you. So recompense and seek forgiveness, love, and most of all, hope.
All right. That's Ola Chaic on
Slow
her.
clap. Slow clap.
Yeah.
Gotta give it a slow
Yeah.
clap.
Yeah. All right. Let's
All
get
right.
into it. Hope. What do you think, Brother Joshua Sanan?
I was hoping he would go first.
Okay. Let's go ahead and pass the.
Well, I want to give. So, I guess one of the things I remember the time when I made one of my first pieces of work, and to present it, to be going up on stage and just to present it, that was something that was a huge, enormous task for me. And being nervous, seeing everybody there, that in itself. So anybody who has that, who's at that moment where they're trying to put out they're working on something, and this might be the first or second piece that they're doing. I don't know if this is the first or second piece, but that's just commendable for them to be able to actually step up there and do that.
Okay. What about you, Brother Joshua?
So what do you think about her work? I remember one time, I was 7 years old. Oh, it's an enormous, huge time in my life. Nobody care about that, man.
Yeah.
What you think about the girl?
Oh man! See, you made me go
for this. They've
You
been
made me
waiting
go
for this.
first, and then
Okay.
I had to gather my thoughts real quickly. So the first.
All right,
thing
let me
that
give you some time.
Okay,
man.
all
Let me
right.
give you
Come
some
back to
time.
me. Come back to me. Then.
And Joshua.
Yes. Where do I look? Which camera? I'm looking here.
Okay.
So, let me see. Hope. What's her name again?
Ola.
Ola. Ola? Or
Ola,
La, eh.
Ola, oh.
Now, Ala, but Ola.
It's O-L-A.
O-L-A.
How else do you say that?
Okay. There were moments in her spoken word piece that I thought she did really good with the choice of words. It was a lot of hope in the poem. Maybe too much hope. Maybe she could have gave a what do you call it? A synonym sometimes. Gave some different type of imagery for that word. After her cough, I got nervous because I thought she was gonna cough again. So I was like, just kind of like hanging on, like, I hope you could make it. I hope you could make it. But so her piece, I think she needs some more work on her presentation. But what spoke to me past her words was that she looks like a young sister. She's a young sister, and she's writing from a deep spiritual place, and I could feel that. And to me, that gives me hope as an artist, as a guy. Yes, I'm over 40. We've been doing this for a long time, and to see somebody come up like Abdul-Malik said, I don't know how she is, but she looks like she might be under 15 years old, who's writing this deep spiritual poem about hope and love and, never give up and Allah's always with you. That's powerful. Yeah. That's powerful. So I hope that she can work on that so that her lyrical presentation matches the deep spiritual place that she's pulling it from, because that definitely came through past her words, is that she's pulling from a real deep place that's impressive for such a young age. Yeah,
I think, like at YouTube, like I saw her catch her stride maybe towards the middle part, and that happens sometimes. Sometimes when you're kind of first starting out with something new, it's rocky in the beginning, but you want to make sure you finish strong. I felt definitely in the middle of the spoken word piece, it felt the strongest, especially when she was talking about, I guess, like not feeling that all hope is lost, and that no matter, Allah's with you, and no matter what, and He won't leave you, and all these type of things. And I did feel that. I mean, because though she's pulling from real places that many people find themselves in despair, wondering what, all these things are the unseen, and these wonderings, and people wonder, is Allah still with me? And is there still a chance for me, or should I keep trying? He can't love me anymore. It's a fact I know for sure. See? That's Naeem's song. So, yeah, so that really spoke to me. But like the guy said, I think we've been saying about all the spoken word people, memorization is going to take you to a whole nother level. Having your piece memorized and then just going for it. And I think that was one of the things that was kind of missing, that would have given a little more of the confidence that could really sell this piece. But I think no matter what, you should keep going. You should keep doing what you're doing. I want to see the next thing you write. I hope you start a channel. I hope you keep writing and keep sharing, because that's the biggest thing. No matter what happens in this competition, no matter who the top 8 will be, we want all of you to keep sharing, keep growing, and inshallah we'll see where it goes. And of course, as always, we take it back to the people. Ha!
You got it.
Even I got myself on that. We take it back to the people. So as always, we want you guys to vote, and the way you vote is by liking these videos. You can like it on our Deen.tv page, or you can like it on Facebook. Click and like, and leave comments as well. If you have comments and thoughts on the subject matter, and we've been seeing a lot of great banter going back and forth. I've been seeing the artists.
Banter is what we saw.
Banter. We've been seeing a lot of great, what would you call it?
I don't know.
We've been seeing a lot of great posts or comments. There you go.
Comments.
I feel better. A lot of commentary on the different pieces that are placed up there. I even see the artists do all the sharing. You see some people share more than others, and I think that's great. And it's good to see other artists in the competition actually supporting others. I think the Ali guy, I forget his whole name. I saw him liking and supporting other artists, and that's what we want to see, is create this community. Also, you can like this on YouTube, and again, share it with all your friends. So inshallah, at the end of this, however many seasons, we'll all find out
who's next.
This Deen TV video was made possible in part by Islamic Relief USA, Working Together for a Better World by Guidance Residential, the #1 Islamic home financer in the U.S., and by Recycle Processes Incorporated.
Hey guys, if you want to see more videos like these, click subscribe. Thanks.